Welcome to UPSC Talks. It took long battles and lot of bloodshed for King Ashoka to know the importance of Dhamma. Now, he don't want his people or coming generation to make the same mistake he committed. For that, he established lot of rock edicts and Mauryan pillar edicts within his kingdom. Today, we are going to discuss about his pillar edicts. So, let's start. So, these Mauryan pillar edicts are mainly made up of Chunna sandstone, which is made from Varanasi and from the which is transported mainly by water transport. And these pillars are highly polished surfaces, and the shaft. This part is called as the shaft of the pillar, and it is monolithic. That means it is made out of the same material, and it is highly polished one, and his glitter will never go. And these are erected in important highways and trade centers, so that every people who visit his kingdom can learn about his Dhamma policy. So if you look at the figure, you can see this is called as the monolithic base or the shaft, which is made up of a particular single sandstone. Above it there is a capital, and this capital is made up of either lotus or bell shaped. And above the capital we can see an abacus. This is the abacus, and this abacus is just a platform where the animal part can be kept. So this abacus can be circular or rectangular, and above the abacus we can have an animal part. In most of the Mauryan pillars we can see a animal pillar part. Now, there is a similarity between the Persian and Ashokan pillar because of its geographical proximity. So, what are the similarities? So, there is a word which is common in both, that is the word Lipi and Dibi. This word is common both in Mauryan and Persian edict. And both of this starts with a third person, and towards it ends with the first person, and these are used for inscribing the royal edicts. And we can see like common figures like lotus or lion, etc. in these things, and both are made up of stones. These are the very few similarities between these pillars. And there are a lot of differences between this Mauryan and Persian pillars. That is, in Mauryan pillars we can see a abacus, but whereas in Persian pillar there is no abacus present, and Persian pillars are more old. And we can say that the Mauryan pillars are independent structures which is made for only as a purpose of epigraphical monuments, so that the king's order or his Dhamma can be published to common man, whereas Persian pillars were usually the part of the palace or temples and so on. And in Mauryan pillars it is made up of the monolithic of one single material, whereas in Persian we can see multiple stones are used to make the shaft, and here the shaft is very smooth, whereas in Persian pillar the shaft has many grooves within it, and the shaft of the Mauryan pillars are tapering in shape, that is, it has a large base radius, and towards the top its radius reduces. Whereas in Persian pillars we can see that it has a uniform radius from top to bottom, its radius is quite the same. And Ashokan pillar have no base, that is, below the shaft there will be a base, and in the case of Ashokan pillar we can never see a base, whereas in Persian pillar we can have a bell shaped base in Persian pillar. So these are the differences between Mauryan and Persian pillar. Now we have both minor as well as major pillar edicts as in the case of minor and major rock edicts. So this minor pillar edicts mainly have two functions. The first function is it is a Susham edict, which means that it is a warning for the monks for creating rift in the Sangha. So Sangha is a place where the Buddhist monks lived. So if a monk or a nun is creating any rift within this Sangha, they will be terminated as a member of Sangha. These orders were mentioned in three places, that is Sanchi in Madhya Pradesh, Kosambi or Prayagraj within UP, and Sarnath is also in UP. So there is lot of speciality for the pillar edict in Sarnath. So this is a part of the national emblem which was adopted in 26 January 1950. So it is not whole part of Sarnath pillars which is used as a part of our national emblem. Only the abacus and animal part is used here. And there are a lot of animals we can see as in the image. So if you look at the abacus, first we can see a galloping horse which faces the west, and it depicts Buddha's horse called as Kandaka. Then towards its east an elephant is facing, and it depicts Queen Maya's dream that a white elephant is entering her womb. So the Queen Maya is Buddha's mother. And next is a bull facing towards the south. It indicates the zodiac sign of Taurus, and it is a month in which Buddha born. And finally the lion facing the north shows the enlightenment. So all these animals figures indicating one or the other important facts related to Buddhism. Next we can see 4 lions in the topmost, which is indicating Buddha is spreading his knowledge in all the direction, all the 4 directions. Now we can say that this why the pillar is edicted in Sarnath. It is because to celebrate the first sermon of Buddha. This is a place where Buddha gave his first teaching to his first 5 students. So the places Sarnath is important, and this is called as Dharma Chakra Parivartana. And here an additional information is there. Satyameva Jayate, it can also be seen in our national emblem, and it is taken from Mundaka Upanishad. Now there are other 2 edicts of Ashoka, that is the commemorative edict. One can be seen in Rumbindi, or it can be called as Lumbini as well, because of its geographical proximity to Lumbini. So these pillar shows the importance of visit of Ashoka to Lumbini, the birthplace of the birthplace of Buddha. So this visit can be also seen in Ashoka's major rock edict 8. And here, to celebrate his visit, he reduced the land tax to from 1/6 to 1/8, and this inscription is also called as Paderia inscription. Then we have Nilgai Sagar. Nilgai Sagar is also a place in Nepal. It also says that Ashoka increased the size of Buddha image to double its size. So these are the 2 commemorative minor pillar edicts of Ashoka. Now we have the major pillar edicts, and there are 7 pillar edicts of Ashoka here, and more or less it also talks about the Dhamma principles. So let's look at the places where it is. First one is Rampurva. It is a place in Bihar, and we have 2 pillars in Rampurva, one with a land capital, and in land capital we can have Ashokan edicts are present here, and today it is kept in Kolkata Museum. and we have bull capital as well, but in bull capital there is no Ashokan edicts present here, and it is present in Rashtrapati Bhavan present. Then other place is called as Loria Nandangarh. It is present in western Champaran district of Bihar, and if we look at it, we can say that this pillar has 6 edicts of Ashoka with a single land capital, as well as this pillar have a figure of peacock engraved on it. Next one is Loria Araraj, and this pillar can be seen in Champaran district of Bihar, and we can see that as in the image the capital is missing, and this pillar also has the 6 edicts of Ashoka. Other than that, in Kandahar also we have a pillar edicts of Ashoka. The next one will be in Delhi Topara, and this is a place in Haryana, and as per Tariki Firoz Shahi, the Firoz Shah Tughlaq, the king of 14th century, moved this pillar from Topara to Delhi because of its beauty. And it says that in Sirat-e-Firoz Shahi, it says that it is by the means of both these pillars were transmitted. And it is very important to tell that only the 7th pillar edicts is present here. So all the 7 pillar edicts of Ashoka is present only here. And there is also Delhi Meerut pillar which is present in Delhi, and this is also moved by Firoz Shah Tughlaq from Meerut in UP to Delhi. Now we have Allahabad pillar, which was originally believed to be placed in Kosambi, UP, and this pillar have lot of inscription within it. That is, it has first Ashokan inscription, and in it major edict from 1 to 6 is present, and there is Shisham edict warning, which means that it is warning the member of Sangha. Then there is a Queen edict. It announces that Queen Karivaki should be credited for her charitable deeds. Then we have Samudragupta's inscription, who was a Gupta king of 4th century, and his court poet Harisena is praising him for his abilities and war. Now it is also called as Prayag Prashasti. Then we have Birbal Mark Mela inscription here. It says that Birbal visited this 3rd Raj Prayag. Then we also have Jahangir's inscription, which is written in Persian language and in Nastaliq script, and it tells about Jahangir's ancestry. Now let's look at the questions. Which one of the following statement regarding Ashokan stone pillar is incorrect? They are highly polished, they are monolithic, the shaft of the pillar is tapering in shape. These are part of architectural structure. So from our discussion, we know that the option D is the wrong match, because these are not the part of architectural structure. Next question is, which one of the following pairs are wrongly matched? Lothal, ancient dockyard; Sarnath, first sermon of Buddha; Rajgir, land capital of Ashoka; Nalanda, great Buddhist site of learning. So we can say that Lothal is an ancient dockyard of Indus Valley civilization. Sarnath, as we have seen quite moments before, it is the place where first sermon of Buddha happened. It is true. And Rajgir is matched with land capital of Ashoka. It is wrong, because we have seen that land capital was present in Sarnath, Rampurva and Loria Nandangarh, but not in Rajgir. Then it is Nalanda. It is also a Buddhist site of learning. Next question is, which one of the following ancient record is the earliest royal order to preserve food grains to be utilized during the crisis in the country? Options are Sohagura, Rummindi, Prayak Prashasti and Mehroli. From previous video, we know the answer of this question. It is Sohagura. But here we learned about Rummindi pillar. This pillar is for the to commemorate the visit of Ashoka to Lumbini, the birthplace of Buddha. Next one, we talked about this Prayak Prashasti also. It is seen in the Allahabad pillar inscription, and this Prayak Prashasti was written by Harisena, who was a court poet of Samudragupta. So, thank you. If you like this content, please like and subscribe my channel.